in machine. These wounds, they will not heal.
Hello everyone! Today we're going to be destroying that bucket of bolts yet again. I knew he was stupid. I knew he was wrong about literally everything on the planet. But I never would have guessed he was a racist. Let's get to destroying this video.
Just a robot.
Okay guys, so my computer is really bugging out right now.
Well, duh. It probably caught whatever viruses you have.
And unfortunately it deleted the video I was working on.
I bet your computer is black. It wouldn't be bugging out this way if you didn't keep casting institutional racism spells on it. The very fact that it had this malfunction is just proof in and of itself that there's a magic invisible system keeping it down.
You know how sometimes people say something and there's a meaning beyond the literal interpretation of their words? Like if there's context or history or tone or something else behind their words.
Or a magic invisible system of white supremacy that those words are actually magic spells for.
You know how some people twist what other people say so they can have a point?
Riley J. Dennis is a trans woman. Therefore, you're not allowed to disagree with her or you're being transphobic. And that's racist because there are trans women of color.
So, with all of that in mind, it's important to know that the phrase, "it's okay to be white," is racist as shit.
Yeah, and apparently everything else is. Even saying the term marijuana is racist.
Stop saying marijuana. Why? Because it's racist as
Okay, understood. The term marijuana is, quote, racist as good to know, because I actually didn't know that, and I'm willing to bet the majority of humanity probably didn't know that either. So assuming you are correct and marijuana was a racist term, it has since lost its power to hurt people and has instead, declined into a state of docile harmlessness. Good thing you're here to give it all the power it apparently lost, you sad child.
Words can't simply lose their power. White people are wizards, and every time they say something that they used to use in a racist context, it turns into a magic spell that hurts non-whites. In the case of the M-word, it casts a spell that causes nearby people to not want open borders, which is racist because not letting people of color enter a country that's going to put them in gas chambers is the most horrific crime imaginable.
I know it may sound innocent to some of you, but it's a dog whistle. It's a phrase that would fly under most people's radar, but would signal to a certain group of people, in this case, white supremacists, that the person saying this phrase is one of them.
What? Riley, you dunce, that makes no sense. What would white supremacists even have to gain from that? If people who aren't white supremacists use the term in that situation, white supremacists wouldn't even have any way of knowing for sure whether someone who uses the term is one of them. The real reason why the term is racist is because it's a spell that further perpetuates white supremacy by increasing people's magic systemic, unconscious, nuanced bias, thus making them less likely to become allies. And they should not become allies because of a magic spell, but because white allies are insufferable pieces of garbage that don't even understand that they're racist.
Yeah, I'm sure white supremacists have used that term, and Gazi Kozo likes Black Lives Matter, but I'm not going to judge every person in Black Lives Matter by the actions of Gazi Kozo.
Well, duh. That's because Gazi Kozo doesn't have the same magic powers white people got from oppressing them for octillions of years. If white people had been enslaved by black people, then there'd be a magic invisible system that have sprouted from the ground to oppress them at every turn. But there is none, so it's okay if Gazi wants to say that the Chicago kidnapping was justified, because his words aren't going to possess a cop and force that cop to willingly shoot you to death for being white.
And a KKK member tweeted the phrase in 2012.
Really? One tweet by a KKK member? That's it? Yeah, and there was a gay neo-Nazi wedding one time. Should I judge gay people off that?
Bigot! Racist! Transphobe! Do you not know that slavery happened? How can you not acknowledge the magic invisible system of white supremacy that was created from it? Every argument you make is invalid because you're privileged. Unless you're black, in which case you're lying about being oppressed because you're a coon Uncle Tom solo. Honestly, the only thing on this planet worse than you racists are thieves.
Microphone screen bandit, we have you surrounded. Come out with your hands up.
Crap, gotta go.